Hi guys, welcome to this video and welcome to my backup channel. My name is Laura. This is Pleiadian Healer from Pleiadianhealer.com. Now, please subscribe to my mailing list. I will put a link below in the description box and also in the pinned comment section. A new newsletter is going out this week, very, very soon. And it's going to have a lot of stuff in it in regards to anniversary specials and this and that and whatnot. And I'm not going to put those on any of my community tabs either. So it is important to stay in touch. I have built up this community over the past 5+ years, and I'm deciding to just pull a lot of it over onto my own website and onto my mailing list for obvious reasons of censorship and whatnot. And then another thing is, this morning I woke up and I got an email from YouTube. There's a second strike on my main channel. So as of now, I can't post there for at least 2 weeks, which is okay. I had stuff I wanted to get out. You know, I had pre-recorded videos. I have a new shamanic course that's coming out very soon, but all of that can wait, of course. I mean, it's just 2 weeks. It's not a whole lot. However, the reason that it was pulled down, that one video was pulled down, is a bit more concerning. So I really want to animate you to just head on over to the mailing list, the newsletter on the website, if you want to stay updated in the interim on what things are occurring, what's happening and everything. It's just a safer way, honestly. And as we all know, being on social media over these past few years, over the past 2+ years or whatever, has been very frustrating, especially for a lot of us smaller business owners who are trying to get off the ground, who are trying to gain some followership. And the moment you actually do, just like it was on Instagram and just like it is right now on YouTube, the moment you actually do, you're headbutting against all these walls that AI is building up against you. Other people are trying to sabotage your business and all of the things. So I got a strike on a random video that was from a while ago. It was, I think, almost a year ago, and over the past month. So the first strike was in September. That was on random insight that I got in regards to the jibbity jabbity Jew, the you know what. And I do think it was definitely flagged by people. Otherwise, it would have never appeared on their radar, because I've been very good with code words over these past 2.5 years. And lo and behold, the 6 other videos disappeared. So I think up to like 6 or 8 videos have just been taken down on my main YouTube over these past 4 to 5 weeks that the drama occurred. Actually, it's only been like a month. So that's even more, you know, I don't want to say concerning, but it's just like, okay, wow. So you really know you're on their radar when that happens. And some of these videos had to do with the you know what. And I guess once you have one code word, they kind of decipher that code words, then they decipher it in other videos. But some of these other videos had nothing to do with that. There was a mention of black goo or something that had nothing to do with that, really. Another video, it was a random interview that was taken down on another channel. And I think that's initially how I got on their radar too. Like, I do realize the steps to getting on their radar first and foremost, but there were a lot of random videos that had nothing to do with any of this. And the one that was taken down today, actually, what the claim was, it wasn't even medical misinformation, but it had to do with misinformation in regards to the 2020 elections. And it could have been that I mentioned something in one little sentence in that video. It was a YouTube live from over a year ago, but it's pretty much not, I'm pretty sure that's not the main reason it was taken down. It was just randomly taken down. And I don't know how it got on their radar or how it was flagged. So what I started noticing, especially after reviewing the most recent New Agers on my main channel, you can head on over there and see who it is. I received random comments on videos that were from 2021, over a year old, like June 2021, and also older than that, from people who claimed they were sort of affiliated with them somehow. And they were like, oh, you've gotten on their radar somehow, and yeah. So I personally know that certain people, whoever they are, because, you know, they have a username, you don't know if it's the real name or whatever. So certain people who claimed to be this and that person were literally just going through my old videos, most likely just reporting them, flagging them, whatever. And then obviously with most videos, it's not an issue because I do have a lot of random videos on here, right? But with some videos, YouTube AI must have picked up on it, and I'm still feeling the impact of it 2 weeks later, because this was exactly 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I don't want to say sabotage, but it is a form of sabotage, to be honest with you. It's actually really messed up. It's not surprising. These same type of people have also tried to take other channels down who were trying to review them and exposing them for the BS that they're putting out into the world. And in addition to that, they also sent an entire troll army my way. And, if you think I don't see that, I do. We see that very clearly. Every single thing has been recorded, like screenshots from Telegram chat groups and everything. So you're just putting one and one together. It's been aggravating to deal with that. I personally had to remove a whole lot of AI stuff out of my field too, which I want to mention maybe in a different video once things calm down a little bit. When you see stuff in the energetic realm, that's what it is, right? So removing certain things that are part of the demiurge and AI octopuses and everything that possibly belong to this one over new ager or whatever, it's not hard to put one and one together. What's really going on here? So my theory that some of these new agers control the algorithms, it does ring true in a sense, once again, because they obviously have some form of control of taking random videos down. And it's just been enough, honestly. It's really been enough, in addition to you having to deal with those attacks day in, day out, like during the night, and then other stuff that's going on in your life too. Because we guys know right now it's an interesting time to be alive. You would think after 2020 you couldn't see worse, but it is getting worse for some people around you. And when you see that and you experience that, and some people really don't know what's going on and what the next steps are, be it governmental steps or just other types of steps, it is crazy to see how some people are still under that entire hypnosis and spell and whatnot. But long story short, that's what's been going on. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything. I'm just stating my theories, my opinions, and I do think they're pretty valid at this point because I have talked to others where it happened in a similar way. Now, like I already said before, I'm not going anywhere. I'm remaining on YouTube as long as I can. And if this is somehow going to be affecting my main channel, which at this point it hasn't yet, but we have to think about, what could happen in the worst case scenario and all of those things. If it is going to affect the main channel, I'm just going to come up with a new channel. And I'm not sure if it's ever going to gain traction to the same degree the other channel did. I do hope it would gain even more traction because that channel was already very much shadow banned as it was. I'm just going to put up the main videos that were on that main channel that had to do with New Age, that had to do with reviewing New Agers, that had to do with the Matrix trap, being tricked to come. I'm just going to put those up on there again. We're not really going to talk about the what on that at all. The reason I can't really use this backup channel for those things, even though we already have a few followers on here, and I'm very grateful for that. Definitely remain on this channel, by the way. The reason I can't do it on here is because I already have one strike on this channel too, in regards to an interview that I did with a person. So it's just a matter of time. Like I said, once you're on their radar, you're on their radar. So one strike leads to another, leads to another. Yeah, so it's just a tit for tat at this point, and I need an entirely new channel. So that's going to come about very soon. And if the main channel will remain fine, which we'll know more about that whenever the strikes disappear, it takes a while for that to happen, then that's okay. I still have a third channel out there floating around out there just in case of whatever. We all know it's just strange energy, right? It's just been very strange energy. And I wanted to put this short update out there. Now the mailing list right now is actually very important to me personally. And simply because, I pulled a lot of censored videos up onto my website too, and those kind of things. It just seems to be a safer way to stay in touch and for you to hear from me a good 2 times a month or so. I don't think that's a crazy amount of time, by the way. I look at other people's newsletters, they're being sent out like once a day even. So I'm not going to spam you with that. I also want to say I interviewed Alison McDowell in November, and I'm still in touch with her. She actually got the same issue right now. So I know other YouTubers are having the same issue. She had like 2 strikes on her channel too for different reasons. She talks about different stuff. And then recently she got like copyright claims for certain things. Like people are trying to flag her too. And it just happens to people who they blow up a little bit, right? And they gain a bit of traction. YouTube doesn't like that. Google doesn't like that, because Google's the one who owns YouTube. And then boom, wham, they want you to disappear. But yeah, I saw this one saying recently, normal people see things as positive and negative, but a warrior sees things as challenges. And that really resonates for me right now, not just in YouTube. Obviously, YouTube's really, it is important to a certain degree, but it's not the main thing, right? The main thing really is Pleiadianhealer.com. So for me, these are challenges. They can be overcome. And I am still on BitChute and Odyssey too. It's just, as you guys know, you're not going to gain the same traction on Odyssey. You're not going to gain the same traction on BitChute. But I can upload censored videos on those platforms, and all the videos that were censored on my main YouTube channel are definitely on there. So if you want that insight, you can definitely head on over to BitChute or Odyssey too. So briefly, that's what's going on. You're not going to hear from me for a few weeks on my main channel. Hopefully that's going to be it then. Hopefully it's going to be okay to upload after that again, but you really can't say at this point. I am on the radar of a few people, it appears, a few people and a few AI bots. And that's that. And I have to accept it. The channel started blowing up, like really blowing up in August 2022. It took 3.5 years to get there, like 3.5 years of hard work, posting every second or third day, doing a multitude of YouTube lives. We have like hundreds of YouTube lives out there. And that's the thanks you get, like you're entertaining your own channel. It blows up out of nowhere. It pisses some people off. You start reviewing some people. It pisses them off even more. And that's it. And I totally see what's going on here. And I totally understand that. They're trying to even push like stuff on my throat right now while I'm speaking. But I'm not going to give up the fight in that sense. I do think it's important to just speak and share as long as I can. And even if it reaches a smaller amount of people right now, it doesn't matter to me. The word has to get out there, what's really happening. All right, guys, have a wonderful one. I'll put the link below. Thank you so much for your support. Until then.